Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a deck review. Hey, today we're going to look at the Kelly Gang playing cards printed by NOIXES and designed by Eric Saswanto. All right, the infamous Kelly Gang. This was a gang of bushrangers led by Ned Kelly. He was Australian. He was an outlaw, gang leader, convicted police murderer. He was actually one of the last bushrangers and by far the most famous. He's best known for wearing a suit of bulletproof armor during his final shootout with the police. Kelly is the only survivor of that shootout. He was severely wounded by police and captured. And despite thousands of supporters attending rallies and signing petitions for his reprieve, Kelly was tried, convicted, and sentenced to death by hanging, which was carried out. And his last words were reported to have been, "Such is life." Kelly continues to cause division in his homeland because some celebrate him as Australia's equivalent of Robin Hood, while others regard him as a murderous villain undeserving of his folk hero status. This is a deck of cards that defies convention and pays homage to that famous murderer. The deck is all done in a navy blue and printed in white and gold foil. It says limited edition across the top, 1854 to 1880, the Kelly Gang playing cards. Both sides say playing cards, and you got that beautiful gold foil wrapped around it. The bottom has some ad copy, and the back design, of course, is the back design of the cards. You got a custom tuck seal, and the top says "Such is life." If you open up the tuck case, there's more printing on the inside. It's lined with revolvers, and it says the Kelly Gang up at the top. That's pretty much everything I can say about this tuck case. Let's break it open and look inside. Now, while the back design has a border, it has the blue color that goes all the way to the edge. The color is pushed all the way to the edge. The faces of the cards are white, so reverse cards will be seen in fans and spreads. You have a gold frame, and you have a banner on the top and bottom that has Kelly's last words, "Such is life." And you have a old-timey revolver there, repeated on the top and bottom. With this deck, you'll get 2 extra cards. You'll get an ad card that talks a little bit about the Kelly Gang playing cards, and you'll get a double backer, which is great for magic tricks. Your 2 jokers are hand-drawn, and both pay homage to 2 different characters. The first is the outlaw Ned in his now famous suit of armor from his last stand at Glenrowan, and the second joker, Ellen Kelly, who actually outlived 7 of her 12 children. And there's a third card, which is an actual photograph of Ned Kelly himself. Now, if we can just go back to Ned Kelly's armor for just a second, his metal armor is arguably one of the most iconic images of modern Australian history, and the actual suit of armor is on display in the State Library of Victoria, Australia. Your 4 aces in the deck are all 4 members of the Kelly Gang. These original illustrations capture the youthful, destructive urges of the 4 outlaws, and each design captures a unique element of their outlaw character. So the outlaws' weapons are all based on the weapons of choice by the actual Kelly Gang of history. Your Pips and Indice cards are all completely original. They have an original font up there in the corner and original look. The blacks are kind of a bluish black, and the reds are a dark, deep red. Your court cards are all original as well. Each Jack, Queen, and King has all been redesigned for this deck, and it makes it a original deck from front to back. But that's just what the cards look like. You also want to know how they feel and handle. Like I said, this deck is printed from NOIXES, NPC. It's not a playing card printer that I'm very familiar with. The website says that they're plastic-coated paper, but I've held plastic cards before in my hands. These don't feel like plastic-coated paper, so I don't know what that means or if Australia has a different way of describing how cards are made. To me, they feel like a more expensive paper card, like a type of card that you would get maybe from a novelty store or from a gift shop. If I spread them out across the table, they do glide, but I think the feeling that I'm feeling is like the corners and the cut. Like I feel like the corners and the cut are maybe sharper and they don't have that kind of bevel right on the edge, so I'm feeling like the actual like paper edge. Like I could actually, like if it was cold outside, I could probably get a paper cut from these. They feel sharp on the sides. When it's all together, I mean, the corners, they're rounded, but it doesn't feel exactly like a deck I'm normally used to, so it would take some breaking in probably. If I stick 10 of these in the caliper, it comes to 2.92. So 2.92 is a thicker card. It's gonna feel more like a casino deck. All right, so that's everything I can say about the Kelly Gang playing cards. You can find these cards right now at buyworthy.com.australia. And I wanna thank buyworthy.com for allowing me to have this deck so that I could do the review for you. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time, bye.